Hello, students. This is Miss Michaud, and here's some information on your Net Pay Assignment number 3. Objectives. Students will be able to calculate gross pay, calculate and determine deductions such as Fica, which is Social Security, Medicare, federal income tax, and state income tax. Students should be able to calculate total deductions and calculate net pay. A little more information. FICA stands for Federal Insurance Contributions Act. It is another name for Social Security. It was enacted in 1935 when FDR was president, and the amount withdrawn for FICA is 6.2%. Medicare is insurance for those that are retired. It was enacted in 1965, and the percent withdrawn for Medicare is 1.45. Federal income tax, the amount withdrawn for that depends upon your wages, your marital status, and your withholding allowances. The same is true for state income tax. And the amount withdrawn for health insurance depends upon your health insurance plan and how much your employer is willing to pay. So here's the scenario. Assume that you earn an annual salary of $36,000, that you are single, you claim one withholding allowance, and are paid on a weekly basis. So we need to determine what our annual salary is. It's stated right up here. So that is $36,000. Next, we need to figure out our weekly gross pay. So how many weeks are there in a year? There are 52 weeks in a year. So what do you think you need to do? If $36,000 is your annual pay, how will you determine your weekly pay? You divide 36,000 divided by 52. Your weekly gross pay will be $692.31. Now that's your gross pay. As you know, we don't get to keep all of that money because we have payroll deductions. So the first is FICA, which again is another name for Social Security. Take your weekly gross pay of $692.31, multiply it by 0.062 because that's 6.2%, and the amount withdrawn for FICA will be $42.92. We also have to pay Medicare, so that will be your weekly gross pay of $692.31 times 0.0145, and that will equal $10.04. Remember, this is 1.45%. You want to get rid of the percent sign and move the decimal 2 places over to the left when you multiply. But that's not all we have for deductions, is it? We also have federal and state income tax. So for federal income tax, we need to look that up online. Let me show you how. If you did not bookmark this site, let me show you how to query it first online and then make sure you bookmark it. So what we'll type here is Federal Withholding Tables 2021. Usually it's the first link that we want. It's also called Publication 15T. So please click on that link and then we will bookmark it. Bookmark this tab, and done. So we need to go to page 8 because that is the weekly table. See here, it says weekly. And what we need to look up is the weekly gross pay of $692.31. So right here, if the adjusted wage amount is at least but less than. So $692 is at least $685 but less than $695. So it's in between these two. Now we need to find the intersection of the wages and the standard withholding for a single person, which is this column, the next to last column. And then you'll notice it is $50. I'll show you on this presentation. It's at least $685, but less than $695. And single standard withholding, $50. Now we need to find state income tax. So let's query that online. Okay, Maine withholding tables 2021. Maine Revenue Service, that's the website. Once it loads, please bookmark it. And let's go to page 9, which is where the weekly tab is located. You'll notice it's portrait here, but it needs to be landscape because the document itself is landscape. So let's rotate it. There we go. So we need to find the salary of $692. $692 is at least $680, but less than $695. And this person claims one withholding allowance. A withholding allowance is the number of people you're financially responsible for. So we find the intersection of the wages and the withholding allowance, and you'll notice it's $25. And this is just the table in the presentation that shows you how to get that number. Next, we need to figure out our total deductions. So we need to add up FICA, Medicare, federal income tax, state income tax, and health insurance. This total is $202.96. Now we need to figure out your weekly net pay, your net pay. This is your gross pay. So gross pay minus deductions is your net pay. So $692.31 minus $202.96 is equal to $489.35. All right, just one more step, hang in there. We need to know your monthly pay. So how many weeks are there in a month? There are 4. So what we need to do is take your weekly net pay and multiply it by 4. $489.35 times 4 is $1,957.40. Put that on line 10. So this is what your document should look like. Please turn it in when you have it done. And I hope you understand this information better. Thank you. Have a great day.